Do not let the voices in. When you have a plan, you have a goal, there's something that you're doing right now. It can be anything. You can do with school, you can do with, having your own business, you can do with, content creator. It can be anything. Whatever it is you're planning on and you're trying to achieve, you have people around you who, they don't mean any harm, but everybody always want to give the 2 cents in. Everybody want to tell you, what they feel like it feels good to do, what they think is really good right now you should do. Things maybe you should start bringing on board. Things maybe you should add onto your business. Colors is like so many different things. And sometimes it's really hard for you to then start listening to yourself again, because there's so much everybody's bringing to you, what they recommend that will work for you, what they think will push your thing up, help you. And again, like I said, they don't know, most of the time they don't mean any harm, they're just really trying to help. But it's really important that you do not let the voice in and that you continue to listen to yourself. In this episode today, I just want to give you a little word. Actually, it's not going to be a long episode, it's just a little word, to not let the voices in. So I don't waste any time. Let's get straight into this episode. So hello guys, welcome to StudentOfLife podcast with your host Akosia Pepper. Thank you very much for being here. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you. Do not forget to turn on notifications wherever you're listening to this from. If you are watching me on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with all your people. And like I said in the beginning, this episode is just a word I want to give you. Do not let the voices in. I want to explain a bit further. In this life that we live, we all have plans, we all have things we're trying to do, we all have goals and things we're trying to achieve. And where you are now, nine times out of 10, you don't want to be there. You're trying to get better. That's what at least you should really be doing, is trying to get better. If you're not, then I don't know what you're doing. You should always be trying to get better, because there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. And either it's a business or it's whatever it is, you always have people around you. You always have your families, your friends. You have people that you don't even know through social media. You will have anybody really that will always feel like, oh yeah, they just want to give you this, they want to tell you this, they want to tell you how you should do this, how you should do that. And some people even maybe they're even ahead of whatever business you're trying to create. Maybe they've created it and they're already ahead of you. So sometimes they feel like, oh, I know more than you, so you should take my advice, or you should, oh, I should be able to give this person advice. And it's really hard sometimes to block that noise out. To a point, sometimes it can actually cloud your judgment, to then make you start questioning things. And I really want to encourage you and really draw your attention to it, that do not do that. Don't do it. No matter how tempted it is, no matter how cloudy your judgment becomes, or how you feel like, oh, they're more experienced, or oh, they just want the best for me, so let me go ahead and just do that. Or maybe in that field they might be really good at that field, so you're thinking, oh yeah, because that's their field, they're definitely an expert in this, and probably they're telling me the right thing, so let me go ahead and do it. No, what you need to do first is consult with yourself. Consult with your soul. And then sit down and think, what I'm trying to get to and my plans, what I'm trying to do, does this advice or this recommendation, does it fit into my plans? It doesn't mean it has to be bad. It doesn't have to be a bad advice or bad recommendation or something. Maybe right now it doesn't fit into what I'm trying to do. It doesn't fit into where I'm trying to go. Not all advice is supposed to be taken. That's one thing people don't understand. People feel like, oh, because it came from this person, because it came from a loved one, because it came from somebody I'm looking up to, that means I have to listen to it, that means it must be good. No, not all advice is supposed to be taken. Even if it's good, it doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you. But for you to know that and understand that first, is for you to then know where you are going. What is your plan? What are you trying to do? Where are you going? Do you even have a plan? Do you have a plan written down that you're executing, something that you like, yeah, this is a step by step, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I want to be in the next 3 months, this is what I want to be in the next 6 months, this is what I want to be in the next 9 months, this is what I want to be in the next 12 months. Do you have that in plan? If you don't, I definitely urge you to go and do that right now. No matter what it is you're doing, it doesn't matter at all. You need to have a plan. And because a lot of people don't tend not to have plans, they have dreams and aspirations, and they're doing something, they're trying to get to a place, and they're just hustling, trying to do what it is they're doing. it's very easy then for people to then come to you and tell you anything, and for you to just, you know, jump on it every 2 minutes. What tends to then happen is once you start jumping onto everything everybody's coming at you with, because, you know, you trust the person's opinions and, you know, oh, this and that, da da da, and you're not actually sitting down and thinking about it and going back to your plan B and thinking, okay, this is good, but would it go with what I'm trying to do right now, and would it help me in the next 5 months? Or would it actually maybe draw me back in the next 5 months, or would it actually not help me to go into the direction I'm trying to really go to? Because a lot of people don't have that plan there, then they end up actually messing up their own things. Nobody messed it up for you. There's no devil and witchcraft sitting back there creating anything behind your back. Sometimes you that created your own miseries. You that actually was your downfall. You are sometimes your own downfall. Because you failed to basically do the basics of the basics. That's the best way I can basically put it. The basics of the basics, which is have a plan. And once you have a plan, always remember that you come back to the plan. Where are you trying to go with whatever it is you're doing? That business you have, where are you trying to take it? Are you just doing a business and just doing hair business, doing makeup, you're just selling clothes, you are, you know, whatever it is you're doing beauty, like skincare things, you're just doing it because everyone is doing it, and, you know, it's making a little bit of money on the side and it's good for you and everything as well. So, you know, you're just doing it, that's it. And yeah, you have a cute packaging, you have this, yeah, cool, you have social media, yeah, you're promoting all that, that's it. Do you actually have something that's like, yeah, this is what I'm trying to get the next 3 months, and how am I going to get there? And every single time your friends send you anything, like, they feel, oh, do this with your business, or try this, or do this, you just jump on it. Because you don't really have a plan. Then later on, you realize, like, 5 months down, you're like, damn, like, where I really wanted to take my business, what I really wanted to do, I feel like I've kind of lost the plot. Oh, now I have to go backwards. And that's what most of the time I tend to say to people. Then they're like, damn, like, oh, I really had a real focus when I first started this. Now I feel like I just don't know what I'm doing, because everybody's just telling me everything and I don't know what I'm doing anymore, and it just feels very foggy and da 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 da. Yeah, because you allowed the voices in. You allowed the noise in. And I'm here to just remind you, do not allow the voice in. Do not let the noise in. Remember to always go back to the drawing board. Go back to your plan. Sit down. Create a plan if you don't have one. You can have all the aspirations in the world. You can have all of the ideas. But if you don't have a plan, don't have a structure of how you're going to get there, it's just a dream. And all dreams, most dreams, people just go to the grave with it. They don't actually execute it. Or they do it, they execute it, but then halfway it just falls flat. Because they didn't continue with the plan. They didn't create new plans once they, they executed the first one. And remember to always go back to yourself. No matter what it is you're doing, again, you are always going to be your first, I'll say, your first biggest fan. You should really be your first biggest fan, really. So no matter what anyone is telling you, no matter what all the advice and the rah-rah-rahs come in, always tune back into yourself. Listen to yourself. Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself, sit down and ask yourself as you're planning, ask yourself, okay, this is really good, but is it going to help in the next 3 months? Ask yourself and give yourself time to answer you back. And that's when the power of meditation even comes in. Where you sit still, you lay down, you just still for like 5 minutes, and you allow your spirit to talk to you. You just think of everything, you just you imagine everything you want to do. And after you start feeling the holes, like, okay, now you come back and you're like, no, that wouldn't help. It's good, but not for me. It's good, but not for me. And it's okay for you to say, yeah, that's a good advice, but I'm not going to take it. Yeah, that's really good. I get where they're coming from, but I'm not going to take it. You don't have to jump on everything everyone says because they might know more than you would. Yeah, they seem to be an expert in that field, or yeah, they're your friend or your family member, so yeah, I have to just go with it because, yeah, no. You can say no. And learn how to say no too if you really want to succeed in things you're doing. Learn how to stand firm within yourself. Stand firm within your plans. Stand firm within what you believe. And then show the people that, yeah, okay, she might not take my advice, but she really knows what she's doing. And she's done it. And there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of power to say, knowing when to say no and when to say yes. Knowing when to take that advice and knowing when to not take that advice. knowing where to go backwards and go back to your plan, and then look at your plan and be like, okay, yeah, we're on track. Oh no, we're not on track. Okay, I forgot to do this, but let me go back and do this. There's a lot of power in all of that. Don't let those are the basics of everything you're doing. If you want to get to the number 2, these are like the basics. You have to first understand the basics of number 1, like the genesis of it all. Before then, you can climb up the ladder. If you don't have the basics and that's firm, like rooted into the ground, raw grounded, yeah, everything is just hayward, like just everywhere. And you don't want that. None of us want that. We all want greatness. We want to do great things. So I'm just here to remind you that in case you've been going through maybe throughout, or maybe you haven't even realized that, oh my God, this is happening. Just think back to everything you're doing right now. Think back to all the plans you have. What if you have a business, if you have like you're doing something, if you're going to school, whatever it is, whatever your plans are in life, whatever you started, just think back to and be like, am I actually on a track? Am I actually doing what I want to do? Am I actually doing the things I really did plan out to do? Or have I allowed the voices in? Have I allowed, all the noise in? And from there, you'll be able to then take and realize like what you need to do. Either you need to make changes, or either you need to continue what you're doing because you're actually on the right path. And that's all I leave you with today. So thank you very much, guys, for staying all the way to the end of this episode with me. Super, super grateful. Thank you. If you're new here as well, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're always returning, I really hope you also enjoyed another episode. So as we're going forward, I just want to urge all of you guys, wherever you're listening to me from, if you're listening to me on Apple, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, on Republic, wherever you're listening to me from, do not forget to turn on your notifications. So when I do drop a new episode, you always there. So you don't miss it. Okay, you don't miss it. And if you're listening to me or watching me on YouTube, again, remember to subscribe, turn on your notifications, like, comment, and share with all your people. This might not be for you, but might be for a friend, might be for a family member, might be for somebody maybe you even know. Send it to them and let them also know exactly what you're doing. Again, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys very soon.